started playing Minecraft back in Alpha, and I don't even think you could MLG water bucket back then. I think you needed 2 blocks of water to stop a fall. But it's a cool trick, and I don't want to die unnecessarily in my hardcore world, so I decided I'd learn. I have a tendency to over-engineer, so what I built was this. So this map I've built is a map, as I said, that's supposed to teach the MLG water bucket technique, or the trick, I guess, maybe is the word for it. So the idea here is pretty simple. I'll show it you in action first. I press this button, and it warps me somewhere. And then, oh man, I did it. And then I press this button, and it pushes me back. And then, oh, and then I press this button, thing. There we go. So it warps me like that. So the way it works is pretty simple. There's a set of saplings over here, and every time they get a growth tick, they create a redstone signal. And that redstone signal activates this contraption over here. Particularly, it activates this side of the contraption, the piston ring. And the way that works is that the pistons activate in a sequence to push this series of blocks around. And then this piston pushes up, and then these push out, and they just go around in a ring, right? This means that there's 1 dirt block in here. And then there's like 12 glass blocks. There are 12 glass blocks in here. So when the piston, when these repeaters, it goes through the dirt block into the glass blocks, or into these command blocks, and these command blocks warp you to various places. Right now, the machine is actually in the one really bad setting. Because of the nature of these pistons, there has to be like one of these blocks in the pocket over here, and I couldn't figure out how to make it go through that. So the way you solve that, if it gets caught in the corner over there, if the dirt block's in the corner and thus nothing gets red, is it creates a bone meal. And then it'll push the button in a new place. And then I press this button, and it'll drop me to somewhere different. There are 12 settings. This is the first of them. And then it drops you, but it puts you in these ones with these platforms. And this is different from the other ones that you'll find later on that you'll notice had no platforms. So 6 of the trainings have a platform, and 6 of the trainings don't. So it's like, in one of these cases, you're like jumping, and in the other case, you're like being pushed off. And the idea is that from various heights, you can practice trying to learn how to do the water bucket thing. Anyway, so this creates the ability to warp over there, and then you get warped to various places, and they'll drop you to various heights. The other thing the system can do is it can give you a button, just because sometimes the button gets washed off. Half of the maps are dirt, and half of the maps are, so this is like, and it's supposed to imitate like a rolling hills or like a plains biome. And there's this, which is supposed to be like really uneven and more like falling in a cliff area. Because the areas are pretty small, I didn't want to spend like a huge amount of time modeling them. It's not like there's no like trying to fall to a particular place challenge here. Also notice that some of these heights aren't supposed to be high enough to kill you, right? And that's its own thing, right? Because like sometimes you'll fall from like 15 blocks, just like trying to negate damage. Okay. I have the difficulty set to peaceful for what I think are pretty obvious reasons. Mobs don't really mix well with this. So let's see if we can know how to do this. I only got the water down 4 of the next 10 times that I was focusing closely on. But I was undeterred, and I spent the rest of that stream practicing. By the way, if you're looking for a world download, there's one in the description. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and a sub. And hit that notification bell. I'm planning on making more videos like this in the future. Over-engineered or not, ultimately, this machine worked. Within an hour, I got 8 of my last 10 water buckets that I was focusing closely on, an improvement of, well, basically doubling my accuracy. So, it worked. I learned a lot. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.